It's my feel-good breakfast show. Now, the way we feel about our bodies is one of the driving forces behind our sense of self-esteem. But how much influence can we have on the body images of others, especially our children? One company decided to find out how the way women feel and talk about beauty can affect young girls around them. And I must tell you, the results might just surprise you.
My number one hate on my body is
my eyes are wonky.
My bingo arms. I have very big legs.
I mean, that's Sarah's Phoenix's list.
Eyes, we don't like our eyes. Oh, she said her thighs too, didn't she? She said her legs. We both don't like our nose. I think don't like my arms, and she doesn't like her arms either.
So I've put hips and sort of bum area, sort of upper thighs, and Lily's put her legs as well.
I have tried to make my girls feel good. Well, I did say to her, I don't like this thing of, you know, these body parts of mine, and I think that's why she probably picked it up.
Yeah, looking at it, she really picks up a lot of my ways. She does.
Just be confident with yourself and just realize how you can influence your child.
Self-worth and beauty, it is an echo. It can echo from me to them and then from them to others.
Be happy. Just be happy.
Wow, powerful stuff. Didn't you just get goosebumps? Self-beauty is an echo. With us in studio, we're joined by Dr. Eve to chat about the issue of body image and the effect it has on our children. Dr. Eve will also be taking your calls a little bit later on. My heart literally just started beating. That was such a powerful clip that we just played. How powerful is what we hear our parents say, our moms say about themselves, and that getting transferred to their daughters and how they eventually start to feel about themselves.
Yeah, it's absolutely tragic. I will constantly hear in my therapy room about women saying, my mother was overweight, my mother always had an issue, she was always on a diet. So I've always had an issue about my body, I'm always on a diet, I don't feel comfortable because I also saw my mother looking dissatisfied with herself. I think what hit me most when I watched this video, Leigh-Anne, was the fact that women continue to partialize themselves. I always talk about that, how we divide ourselves into what do our legs look like, what do our butts look like, what do our arms, what do our, even noses and cheekbones look like. And dependent on that, we keep talking about them. And I don't want to be blaming mothers, but we draw attention to it, we'll mention it. And children pick it up because children are all the time looking to their mother specifically to be able to have a reflection of how they should be in the world.
It's learned behavior, you know, we watch what they do and then we do what they do. But what are the consequences of projecting these negative body images upon our children?
We can see from the video that they absorb it because to them, the mother is the prime role model that they want to be looking at. We know we all have this idealization of what our mothers look like. So when we see our mothers feeling uncomfortable in their own bodies, we immediately then think, well, maybe I'm uncomfortable too, or maybe I should be uncomfortable. It's difficult for the child to gain permission to be able to say, well, actually, I like my nose. So it's really incumbent upon mothers to be very conscious of not only developing their own comfort, that's the first step, but it's about what they're reflecting, what they're saying and not saying to their children, specifically their girl children.
Because that was going to be my next question. What should we be doing to make sure that we don't pass on these negative, you know, issues of body image?
Be very conscious and comfortable with your own self, and that's your work, every woman's work, and it doesn't stop. As we go through different ages and stages of our lives, we feel differently comfortable or less comfortable. I do a thing with women where I say, here is your mirror work. What you've got to do is you've got to stand in front of the mirror and look at three things. First of all, what is the thing that I like about myself? What is the thing that I least admire? And what is the thing that surprises me? And when women go through that process, there's actually an element of surprise when they can be honest in that intimate space of them in their mirror and say, well, actually, I do admire my hair, or actually, I do admire my skin, or actually, I do admire the shape of my body. These are things I don't admire, and these are things I can actually do to change it. And these are things that took me by surprise. And getting that in is going to give your child a really good reflection of something more positive.
Absolutely. Well, we are going to continue this conversation. I actually saw a statement the other day that said, imagine we're obsessed about the things that we actually liked about ourselves. If you want to talk more about body image, give us a call on 083 913 3728. We'll be right back after the break.